Hello guys, welcome in a classical dragon tutorial. This song is in E minor key, so mostly we're gonna play in E minor pentatonic, E Aeolian and also E Phrygian modes. So it's good to know all the shapes all over the fretboard. And let's start from the very beginning. At the beginning we found open low E string. Then we've got harmonics on the 12, G and B. Then harmonics on the 7, D string, and 12 on the G. And tapped note with left hand on the 7th fret low E string. So it's... Next phrase is... So we've got this double stop here. From 10 up to 12th fret on the G and B strings. Okay. Then we're gonna add 13th fret on the B string, sorry. And do some legato, okay? So hammer on and pull off. From 12 up to 13 and back to 12. Okay. Again with double stop, so it's something like that. Next. Now we've got 14th fret on the G string, and then double stop on the D and G string, up to 14th fret from 12. Okay, so it's... Then we've got again this trick with hammer on and pull off, up to 15 and back to 14 on the G string, and slide down to 12th fret. And at the end we've got harmonics again on the G and B string. So far we've got next we're gonna tap 8th fret this time on the low E string. Okay, so it's again harmonics on the G and B string. Then we've got two ghost notes on low E string with our thumb. And then we've got double stops, 14th fret on the G and 13 on the B string. So it's so we're gonna play double stop up to 16 and 15 with quick slide. And then we're gonna go back to 13 and 14th fret and do again, but only half steps above and down. Okay, so it's... And then 12 frets. Then we've got again some double stops, this time on the bass strings, 12th fret and 10th fret on the A and D string. 10 and 9, and finally this chord says A minor 9. We've got open A string, 7th fret on the D, barre on the 5th fret, the G, and B and E string, with hammer on 7th fret with our pinky on the highest string. Okay, so it's... Then we've got this chord, which is 6th fret on the A string, 8 on the G, and 7 on the B string. So maybe one more time from the very beginning. Very similar, sorry for that little mistake previously, but never mind, let's go on. Okay, so the beginning is the same as in the first part, but this time we're gonna play 12 frets on the E, B and G string. And before that we've got the bass, okay, so it's and 7th fret in the end, tapped with our left hand only. And now we've got this 6 tuplet, 6 tuplets phrase. Yeah, something like that. So it's 9, 10, 9 on the D string. Then we've got 12 and 10 on the A string only with left hand. 11 on the G. 7 and 11 only left hand on the low E string. And finally, we've got this thumping stuff and G and B string. And we've got double stops, 9 and 8, and 11 and 10 on the G and B strings. Okay, so it's maybe from the very beginning. So last part is 8th fret, low E string only with our index finger on the left hand. Harmonics on the 12th again thumping, and we got this time 14 and 15. So we're gonna play these notes and then also, but with slide, up to 16 and 17 on the same strings. Harmonics, B and G string again. So it's this double stop as previously. 12 and 10 on the A and D string, and 10 and 9 on the A and D this time again. Now this chord is a little bit different. We've got this starting from the A string, 6, 7, 8, 6. Okay. Okay, so it's and we go back to this chord as in the previous section, so it's 6, 8, and 7. Okay, let's skip to the next part. We're gonna start with this chord, which is A minor, but maybe not so popular voicing. So we've got 7th fret on the A string, 5 on the D, 9 on the G string, and 8 on the B string. And after playing that, we've got this pattern. So we're gonna kind of play like 3 notes per string, except these first notes, which is twice low E string, and then index finger on the A string. So we've got 1, 2, 3, but this is also an E note, so it's. Then we've got. Okay, maybe one more time. Okay, now we're gonna skip to the next part. We are going to start with this chord, which is E minor. We've got 7 on the A, 5 on the D, 9 on the G, and 8 on the B string. And then we're gonna use our thumb twice on the low E string, then index finger on the A string, and thumb on the D twice and index. 3 notes per string. Then on the G string, also thumb twice and index finger, and on the B string 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so it's. Then we've got this kind of C major. This kind of phrase. So we're gonna start with 8th fret on the low E string, 10, 9 on the D and G, and 12 on the B string. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And this pattern is gonna repeat, so we get thumb twice. Then D and G string and B, and tapped note with left hand. And slide down to this chord, which is quite similar. So maybe at the beginning I will show you the chords. So this is like C major 7, so we've got 8, 10, 9, 12. We're gonna have B7, so it's 7, 9, 8, and 10, same strings. Then we're gonna have this shape, 11, 13, 11, 13, and this one, but maybe this in a second. Okay, so we've got first slide down. I'm gonna use thumb only one time. Then we've got 9, 8, 10. Tapping in left hand, slide up to 11th fret. One more time. 13, 11, 13. And then my middle finger from 11 up to 14. And then we get on the A string this time 12, 13 on the D, 14 on the G, hammer on up to 13 on the B string, harmonics in B and E, tap note with left hand, 11 and 13 on the G and D string, open E string, hammer on 14 and slide up to 15. So it's very slowly. These kind of phrases. So we're gonna start with thumb twice, 8th fret, 10, 9, open, B string, tapping in left hand, harmonics, the 12, G and B string. The same, but we're gonna tap with middle finger and play harmonics on the D and G string, this time on the 7th fret. So it's then we've got this phrase, which is gonna repeat later. So it's 10th fret on the D string twice, 9 on the G, open B string, hammer on up to 12. Then we've got E, low E, high E, and B string. So it's then we've got tap note, 8th fret on the low E string, slide down to 5th fret, 5th fret on the G string, and open E string. So it's and finally we've got this chord, so it's kind of like F major 7. It's 13 on the E, 15 on the D, 14 on the G, open B, hammer on up to 17, slide down to 8th fret, 10, 9, open B, 9 and 7, the G and B strings. So it's maybe from the very beginning. Play this chord again and repeat the arpeggio. Now you already know this part from the intro section, so we got E string, harmonics, 7th fret, and this lick. So I'm not gonna repeat this. We've got this C major chord here with harmonics on the top. So it's 8, A string is muted, 10, 9 on D and G, and 12 on the D and E. This we've already played. This is something new. We've got 8, 10, open B string, and this A minor 9 chord, so it's open A string 7, 5, open and open string, so it's and now we're gonna play something like that, so it's open A string twice with Fab, D, G and B strings, and A again. So and now we've got this phrase which also we've already been playing. With alternative ending. So we got, instead of going back here to C major, we got 6 times. Okay, so from here this is like a third part. Okay, so again we're gonna start with this E minor chord, but this time which is so-called segundo, I believe. So it's kind of like opening our hand from fist. So I start with pinky finger. I've got this chord, so it's 9, 7, 11, 10. And this lick, so we've got this harmonics from E to G, tapped note on the 7th fret low E string, slide up to 10. And here we've got like a D major. So it's we're gonna add 10th fret, 11, 13, and then double stops here, so it's 11 and 12 and 11 and 10. Then we've got this C major with harmonics on the top again, and this A minor 9 chord. And this phrase is like half of the phrase we've already been playing previously here. Yes, so it's like playing it from the half. So its top note on the 5th frets, high E string, slide up to 13, going back to 8. Again E minor to B7, we've got 6, 4, 8, 7. And this is a more popular voicing. 7, 9, 7, 8. And here we've got from 14, 12, 13, 14, hammer on from 12 to 13, harmonic to the top 2 strings, 11, 13 on G and D, sorry. Open E string, 14th fret and slide up to 15. I believe nothing's new here. Yeah, we've already been playing this. So as you can see, there's a lot of parts and motifs which are repetitive.